Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the Atlanta Braves. John Shambi along with Chris Singleton. Chris, one guy having a big year for this club, leading the team in home runs and runs batted in. Connor Norby leads the team in OPS, so he's the guy that looks to slug and basically make things happen for them offensively.
Just a machine in terms of production at the plate. He'll take his walks, he'll barrel up the baseball, he'll hit the ball in the gaps, he'll hit the ball over the fence. So talk about a guy going good. That's him right now, and he's a bat that you want to stay away from if you're the pitcher.
First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here, and on the mound today, Spencer Schwellenbach. What do we have on him?
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year, a sub 350 ERA, and you know, guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub twos, they're dominating, but when you can have that kind of consistency, you know you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, you know, good season last year, opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
On a line, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
So now here's the DH, Griffin Conine. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
0-1's the count.
Lopez gets his lead at first with nobody out. Hit in the air, left field. Ozuna should have it. And he makes the catch.
That is third.
And time now for the Marlins lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know guys are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a guy who's got decent pop.
Xavier Edwards at the plate and takes high there. Now move to first. Back standing. He's in there safely. Schwellenbach. In his rookie season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a slurve, a cutter, and occasionally works in a splitter. And a foul ball left side. And the slider just misses.
It's a good take.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins. That pitch gets the inside corner. That's strike 1. Two outs. On the ground. And it goes just foul.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Up with it. Fires to first. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him. And that's that. One left for Miami. And now the Braves with their first chance to hit were scoreless. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here in Atlanta, And on the hill, Xavier Curry. What do you got on him, Chris?
They're looking for him to get through the lineup a couple of times, limit as much damage as possible, and keep this game close. He's not exactly expected to eat up innings, but he's capable of doing that if he plays his cards right in this one.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris. And the pitch. Wouldn't chase that time. Just missed. Late on that fastball.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but gotta imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
And he takes it himself for the out. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Jurickson Profar.
Yeah, and one of the most feared hitters in all of baseball right now. This is a guy the lineup relies on for big-time production. He's leading the National League in home runs. Watch out when he comes to the dish.
Now batting Jurickson Profar. There's a strike.
0-1.
And a big swing and a miss.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swing and he breaks his bat. That's a foul ball. One out, base is empty. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter and just can eat you up, saw you off. I'll tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Marcell Ozuna in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And a swing and a miss.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
1 ball.
And 1-2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Next offering way upstairs. 2 out, space is empty. And another ball. Ronald Acuna Jr. in the on-deck circle. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The pitch. Swings here and blasts one left field. That's back. And that one is out of here. He sends a rocket to left. His second home run of the series, and that gives him a lead. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
2 outs, nobody on. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Ronald Acuna Jr. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. That one missed.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Left field, drifts towards it, drops into the glove, and the inning is over. Braves get one on the big fly. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back at Truist Park, top of the second, and now it's going to be Jesus Sanchez. Schwellenbach back to work. That one misses. Ball one. Hammered, and now maybe extra bases. Around first and hustling for second, and he's got a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Here's the rookie third baseman, Connor Norby. Blasted 2 home runs in last night's game. Pitch is in there. That's strike one. And that one lifted in the air center field. Harris sizes this one up. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with one away. And stepping in, the rookie left fielder.
You have to find a way to score the runner from third, especially with less than 2 outs. Wait for the pitch you want and hit it as hard as you can.
Fastball in for a strike. 0-1. A little up front there as he swings through it. Aside to home plate duty is Ricky Holiday.
Bergen, something I've heard players saying about Ricky's strike zone is how he will call the high strike. That could be something that's tough to deal with, especially if you've got a pitcher out there coming at you with high velocity.
And the righty deals. Pitch misses. And the count 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Next offering way off the plate. And here it comes. Wouldn't chase that time. Walking game of the series. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
Derek Hill swings through it for strike one.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Outside low, and that's ball one.
If we were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Hammered on the line, base hit. The tying run is in to score from third. We're tied at 1, and now a wide throw to third.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Nick Fortes.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
In there at the knees for a strike. tied up here in the early going. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2. And that's outside. Schwellenbach with a move to first. And he's back in easily.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
And another ball. This one popped up right side. He's under it. Pulls it down, and there's two gone.
Going to have a little more discipline in future at bats. That pitch looked good, but you can't hit it. It was just too high in the zone. You usually see a swing and miss or weak contact in the infield.
And at the plate for Miami, Otto Lopez. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. That one finds the zone, and that's strike one. Swing and a miss.
He finds himself in a situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
2 on, 2 outs. Look out! And it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Now here's the Marlins DH. Griffin Conant. Fly to left his first time. Right through there for a strike.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Hill over at second. Lopez on at first with 2 down. And he takes a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
2 outs. That misses the zone. Now 1 and 2.
That's a really good take.
Swing and a miss, and that is that.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Bottom of the second. Now in for the Braves, Austin Riley.
Third baseman.
Well, in their win last game, this guy came up with 2 home runs, obviously trying to keep the roll going here in this one. The wind to kick the pitch.
Ball 1. Ball 1, no strike.
That's in there, and now it's even 1-1.
Riley is one of those players that made his presence known in the majors right away. He hit a 438-foot home run off a Michael Walker fastball on his second at bat, which is probably the...
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there, on its way. Gone. A gigantic blast. And they jump out front. It's 2-1.
Good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here's Matt Olson. This one ripped, but foul to the right.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
0-1 down. Hard hit left side. Tosses to first. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
The catcher, Sean Murphy.
Here's Sean Murphy. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it.
And another ball.
When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
And there's the automatic. One run across in the frame so far. Bottom half of inning number 2. That catches the top part of the zone. 3-2 now. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And 2 away now.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more to plate than it was supposed to.
Two outs, base is empty. Here's Orlando Arcia. Up and in, and that is ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Two down, nobody on. Right through there for a strike. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
2 strikes.
The pitch. Right side, hard hit. That ends the frame. One scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Top half of the 3rd inning, and now for the Marlins, Xavier Edwards. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. And that's through there for a strike.
I'm impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
That one's in there, and that's strike 2. And that's too high.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. In time, and a drop third strike leads to the first out.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
And up next for Miami, Jonah Bride. First pitch just misses. And that's downstairs and outside.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
That one finds the zone. Now 2-1. And this is inside. One down, base is empty. In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone. A massive home run. And this game is tied. It's 2-2.
He was able to hit one out in this weather. Are you kidding me? How did he do that? That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow through to drive it out of here.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. And the right-hander deals. Puts it in the air out towards left center. That one gets down for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. One down at the plate. Connor Norby. And that one missing low. The pitch. In for a strike. And it's 1-1.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stand on that double play.
That one ripped. Ozuna going back. And brings it in at the wall.
Now back, left fielder.
That's a really nice job right there. Great awareness, making the catch up against the wall. You see the perfect technique, feeling for the wall with the bare hand while keeping his eyes on the baseball as it's coming down, his glove in a good position to make the catch. That's exactly how you do it.
Here's the left fielder. First pitch misses. Two outs. He was late there. Strike one.
1-1.
Right through there for a strike. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Sanchez, the runner at first with 2 gone. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. We are tied 2-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. The wind and the pitch. There's a strike. And a swing and a miss there. to the plate. Gets a piece and stays alive. Swings and misses, struck him out. And now the center fielder, Michael Harris, grounded out his first time. And that one a little bit high. Fought off foul. Bounced up the middle. On to first. And two straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. Profar climbs in on that left side. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That's in there. Strike one. This one lifted in the air, left field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that is the third out of the inning. And after three, it remains a 2-2 tie. Back here in Atlanta as we go to the top of the fourth. And at the plate for Miami, Derek Hill. Hill, in his second season, 28 years old. They got him off of waivers earlier this season. And that's in for a strike.
You know, these Marlins showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one.
Oh, wow, what a stop. Got him. Great play to keep the leadoff man off base.
Man, a lot going on that play. Diving stop to his right in that hole, and then gets up and takes it himself. Man, it's a one-man show.
Nick Fortes, the next up for the Marlins. That clips a corner.
Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set him up to do more damage later in this game.
All tied up, top half of inning number 4. Just missed. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. That's down and in. Two now. Goes down swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
So the lineup flips over. Otto Lopez digs in now. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Two down, nobody on.
0-2 is the count.
That one not close. 1-2 the count. And it skips into dirt. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the second game of the series. That one misses, and that's ball 3. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. And 1-2-3 go the Marlins. Score remains 2-2. And we're back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Marcell Ozuna. And the right-hander back to work. Not even close there. And that's ball one.
You know, these Braves, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
And another ball.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
2-2 now. Got him. One out in the bottom of the fourth.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And takes low for ball one. Acuna in 2023 with about as impressive a power-speed combination season as we have ever seen. Off the plate inside, and it's 2-1. The Braves always liked Acuna, but consider for a second he was signed for $100,000 in 2014 out of Venezuela. So they liked him, but he wasn't some monster prospect. He ended up growing into one of the top young prospects in all of baseball. And that's outside. Now it's belted. Deep to left. Way out of here. Home run. He made him pay for that one. His second homer this series. It's 3-2. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So one out, nobody on. Austin Riley next up for the Braves. Ground ball left side and foul ball. The wind of the pitch. And that one upstairs. Wouldn't chase that time. The 2-1. No question about this one. It's out of here. That was blasted to the moon. His second home run of the game, and they add on. It's 4-2. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boo. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it, and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. Grounded out to short in his first trip. That pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Left-hand batter waits. That one off the mark, and it's a ball and a strike.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at-bat.
Good eye right there. Still only one out here in the inning. And another ball. And the 3-1. And that's ball four.
Ball four.
Now batting, catcher.
So here's Murphy now. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. Miami's bullpen with some action. Number 83, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Weathers, the lefty, warming up as well. And the 0-1. Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul.
Well, good solid contact right there. Just a bit out in front of that fastball. Got to try to stay on that bad side just a little bit longer and see if you can do some damage.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Right-hander kicks, deals, and down on strikes he goes. That's out number two.
Well, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Xavier Curry out of the game. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. So they turn things over to the righty, number 83.
Oh, he's having an excellent season so far. ERA is under 2. A lot of flexibility coming out of the bullpen.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
That one to first, and that's just foul. Olsen leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Ground ball to the middle. That's a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
First and second, 2 down. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. On the ground out to short. They get the force. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 4-2. Back at Truist Park. New inning getting started. Now it's the DH, Griffin Conine. And a pitch. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That one carrying, and forget it. He'll touch them all. It's 4-3. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Now here is Xavier Edwards. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
That one's in there, and it's 2-1.
So you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
And that one cutting but missing down low. Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Got him looking. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Well, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the third time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
And the batter now, Jonah Bride. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And we are starting over. It's 4-4. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. It's Singy. It tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
Sanchez in the box now. No balls and a strike. Two runs across in the inning, and we're at the top of the fifth. Swings through that. Just off the inside edge.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And a swing and a miss. Now 2-1.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it, and not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Next to hit, Connor Norby. And first offering is fouled off. Out to short. Arcia whips it to first. Third out. But two round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. All even now at 4 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Michael Harris. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
Tied at 4. And that clips the inside corner. Got him swinging. And one out now.
Well, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's when he definitely should have laid off of.
Profar, the next to hit, takes ball one. All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. And there's the strike. The outfield, and that's going to get into the corner. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in there. That's a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Gets him to chase after that one.
One ball.
In the dirt, blocked. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Right-handed reliever. This one in the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Two. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. He's already homered here in this one. Ripped to third. Tosses across to first. They get the out on Acuna. What a play to end the inning. One left for Atlanta. Score remains tied at 4. Also top of the 6th. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, number 54. The right-hander back to work. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Bryce Elder getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Waldrop getting loose as well. Tied at 4. And that's outside. There's the swing and a miss.
All sliders so far in this at-bat to get ahead in the count, and it clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Riley fires to first, and that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. And now for the Marlins, Derek Hill, 1 for 2. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Right through there for a strike. One down, base is empty. And another ball. Swing and a miss. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top half of the 6th. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Now it's the Marlins catcher, Nick Fortes. That to right. Acuna sizing this one up. Brings it in for the 3rd out. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. And we are tied 4-4. Here's Austin Riley. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now with the dip.
The pitch. And that one's a little bit low. And it's 1-0.
You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Just outside. It's 2-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
And that's down and away. And down on strikes. Now 1 away. Here is Matt Olson. He's 0 for 1. For Matt, a pretty impressive resume. A first-round pick back in 2012. The Braves extended him 8 years, $168 million. Remember, they traded for him right at the end of the lockout in 2022, middle of March. So he didn't have a ton of time to get acclimated to his new team. Left-hand hitter waits. Smoked on the ground a second. And Olson is set down.
Up next for Atlanta, the catcher, Murphy.
And here's the catcher, Sean Murphy. Missed with a changeup. 1-0. That clips the corner. 2 outs. Swings and misses. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Lined, and that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Garcia tries to hold up, appeal to first. No swing, he held up. Darryl Parker with the call there. Kicks and deals.
Yeah. 1-1.
Popped up. Lopez moving under it. Corrals it. And that'll do it. Braves strand 1. This game's all tied at 4. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Bryce Elder.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year, so he's looking for better. Right now, giving up more than a hit per inning.
Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Otto Lopez.
Otto Lopez.
And a pitch. And that's in for a strike. Elder in his second season, 24 years old, and he was selected for the All-Star game last year. Next offer in there for a strike. 0-2. To third, and that one handled. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the seventh. Next is the designated hitter, Griffin Conine. And a good eye there.
Count 1-0.
All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
That's to third. Whips it across. And a couple of quick outs.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Now it's the shortstop, Xavier Edwards. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. Outside. Ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the second game of the series. That's a little bit low.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. 2 down, nobody on. Fouls one off. 2-2. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight. Miami down in order. Still all square at 4 apiece. And we're back. Set for the last half of the 7th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies. Here comes a pitch. And a foul ball. And he deals. Foul ball there. Tied at 4. Foul ball still 0-2. Next offering is outside. Cut out and miss. Struck him out. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
1 down, base is empty. And a foul ball. The 0-2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
All over that one right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Jurickson Profar. 1 for 3. Right through there for a strike. Righty delivers. Profar gets a piece there.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Now the left fielder, Marcell Ozuna. just off the outside edge. Throw over to first. Harris gets back easily. And a pitch. There goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets into scoring position.
Ripped towards third. Throws across the diamond, and we stay tied as the inning ends. We go to the eighth. And the batter now, Jonah Bride. Elder back to work. There's a strike. Swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Tied at 4. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Misses outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. That's towards center. Harris has a beat on it. He's got it, and there's one down. Jesus Sanchez getting ready to hit. That one's in there, and that is strike 1. And that's a strike.
Well, he's gone ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
And the righty deals. And that one a little below the knees. And that's ball 2. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. That one way outside, and a full count now. Connor Norton next to hit for the Marlins. 1 down, base is empty. That went off the bad part of the back, just a lazy fly ball. And Acuna able to make the grab, and there's 2 away. Here's the third baseman, Connor Norton. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Got it started a little too early, strike 1. Great strike right there. And that one is in the dirt. And the count is 1-2. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. The pitch. Wouldn't chase that time. Number 54 waits on deck for Miami. Three, 2. On the ground to the left. Now a jump throw. On target. He got him. Nice play. So they turn things over to one of their young arms, Ryan Weathers.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr.
Now, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
And ball one to the right fielder. And that one ripped to left. And this one could be extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Here comes the throw. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Absolutely hammered that baseball. Very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity. And at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not. Now the go-ahead runs in scoring position, so big opportunity for them to jump ahead late.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now the third baseman, Austin Riley. Little chopper rolls foul.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Go ahead run in scoring position, nobody out. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
That one a little bit high. And the count 1-2. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Max Meyer, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Man at second. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. And now Matt Olson up to hit.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Out to short, Edwards. And Olson is set down.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Sean Murphy. And that one is inside ball 1. Hard liner. Good run, hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. The relay, not in time. He's safe as a run scores on the play.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
So 2 down. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Orlando Arcia. Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 1. Weathers fires. The shortstop takes the ball. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And another ball. Ozzie Albies next to bat for the Braves. Now this is in the air down the line. Hauls it in after a long run. And the inning is over. The Braves add 1 on the RBI double. Last chance coming up here for the Marlins. And on the mound, the closer, Raisel Iglesias.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Number 54 swings through it for strike one.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Now a fly ball to right center. Acuna after it. One up and down. He's 2 outs away. And up next for Miami, Derek Hill. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And ball one. Right through there for a strike. Trying to close out a 1-run lead here at the top of the ninth. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Now only 1 out remaining.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Marlins down to their final out. Nick Fortes, the next up for the Marlins. That's in there. There's a strike. Iglesias is just 1 strike away. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two outs. Into center. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves take the first 2 games of this series.
Well, this turned out to be an exciting, very well-played game. Always feels great when you can take the lead in the 8th at home. Come out in the 9th, the crowd will be behind that pitcher as he tries to get those final 3 outs. Everybody goes home happy with a win like this.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
For the victorious Atlanta Braves, 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 6 runners on base. For the Marlins, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 5 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 21 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Braves and everyone at Truist Park, we'd like to thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely. Thank you.